Okay, so we're recording now. We're going to do 8.5, 8, and 10 on this worksheet. So number 8, and I'm just going to draw here first, and then I'll switch to the whiteboard. $88 and $120. Okay. And can everyone see the whiteboard right now?
Yes.
Okay. So this one right here, it's a kite. So what we know about kites are two things. Something about the diagonals, they're always perpendicular, but that's not relevant. The second thing is between the two different sides, so between this 2 tick mark and this 1 tick mark, the opposite angles are equal. So 88 is over here, so this one's automatically also 88. Now for this one, every 4-sided shape always adds up to 360 degrees. So you have 360 degrees equals 120 plus 88 plus 88 plus x. Then we could do the math. And I'm going to just use a calculator.
No, it's 40, like x is 40 something, or like 30 something.
I'm just going to trust that so we could be a little faster. So x is 40, 88, 6, 44, probably?
Yeah.
Okay.
16, and then...
But you would just add up all these pieces and then set that there, okay? Who's coming in? Tani, good to see him here. Okay, and then let me open the chat. I know
so
you have a
basically,
question.
this is for the kite, like, but what about the kite with the lines, like, going through the middle now? Like, the kite, like, with the middle has a line, like, 11. Like, could you go back to the worksheet?
So the middle lines, yeah, so I'm going to finish that one too. So that is number 10 of the worksheet, which should be, I'm going to put the worksheet right here. So number 10 of the worksheet.
Yeah.
So now we have the cross sections, or what we call the diagonals, or because they're going across the shape. So it actually looks like, you know, that kite you actually fly and stuff. Tani, just while you're here and while I'm writing this, I just want you to do this for me. Take your phone and put it in the background. That's all I need you to do today. And if you have no questions, you're happy to leave, or you're free to leave.
Yeah, I have a question.
I know. It's Amelia, and then it's going to be you, Tali, okay?
Okay.
Wait, what did
5884. Okay. So Tani, oh, you're using your phone, Tani?
Yeah.
Okay, then you can't use your phone for your test while using it for Zoom. That's okay. So if you don't have any questions, you're free to leave, and you're marked off as attended, so you don't have to worry.
All right, perfect.
No
Okay,
problem. Okay, so let's go back to the video. All right, so I drew my kite. One thing we know about kites is that the cross sections are perpendicular. If they're perpendicular, all these form little right triangles. So let's find this one. X, Y, Z, and A. Now, something you should notice, because it's a kite, this matches this. So X and Y are the same size. So if I find X, I will find Y. So the first thing is going to make a right triangle. 5, 8, and we have X here. So we're going to use Pythagorean theorem. I believe this is chapter 7 stuff, so a while back, like the beginning of chapter 7. So that's X squared. So that's 25 plus 64.
89.
X squared. That is 9, 8. 89. X squared. Then we're going to square root both sides. Now let's check if square root 89 has anything.
It's like 9.
Does it have
It's 9 point. It's 9 point
5?
something. It's 9 point. It's a decimal.
No, but we're going to simplify it in radical form, Sam.
Oh, okay.
Do we have to do that?
3 does not go into it. 2 does not go into it. 5 does not go into it. The only thing I need to check if 7 goes into it, which it doesn't. 9. So 89 happens to be a prime number. So since it's a prime number, we can stop right there. Square root of 89. So your first answer is square root of 89.
Well, that's also for Y too, because Y is the same.
Yes. So it's the same for Y because over here is also 89. Okay. Next one, we're going to find A. So again, another right triangle.
Wait, I do have a question. Like, could you give us one of these? Like, also right now that the answer we'd have to simplify into radical form from there.
Yeah, there could be a question on your test where you're forced to simplify if you need to. On
Yeah,
the
could
test,
you-
I will ask you to simplify in radical form.
Could you do one after this one of those? And that's my last question.
I have a YouTube video already with one like that, and you could I recommend just Googling or YouTubing simplify radicals, because that's not
Okay.
necessarily geometry, that's just practice on some algebra, okay?
Okay.
So this is 208
8.
equals a squared. So let's break down 208.
It's a even number. It's
It is an even number, so 2 definitely goes there, 104. 2 and 52. 52 is what, 26 and another 2. And then 2 and 13. Sorry, I went a little sideways here. So we have a pair of 2's at the end, and we have another pair of 2's at the end. So on the outside, we have 2 times 2, square root the leftovers, which is just 13. So 2 times 2 is 4 root 13. Remember, when you have a pair, it's only one, they represent only one 2. And the second pair only represents the other 2. Okay? So it's not 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. It's only 2 times 2.
and if there's only one, if there was 3 2's, it'd be 2 square
It would
root
be a 2
13.
on the outside and then a 2 on the inside.
So it'll be a square root of 13 and a square root of 2. Like, okay.
Yeah. So 4 square root of 13. All right. Anything else next? And then I know Tali has a question afterwards. And then if you have a question, just type Q in the chat so it keeps me order. Okay.
Then, what about 11?
No? I just did 2 examples of that. I'm happy to get you
Wait,
if you want to
was
wait to the
8
next
similar
one.
to
Okay?
11?
Amalia, ask your question.
Okay.
Bye.
I just have
Bye.
it's not like actually. Are there going to be like the always, sometimes, like never things on there on the test?
They're going to be reduced to true or false, but sometimes it'll be like basically, is a rectangle always a square?
Sometimes. Yeah.
Sometimes, but I'm saying always, so it's going to be true or false. So
Wait,
is a
is it
rectangle
always?
a square? Yeah.
I need to re-study because I like didn't study yet.
Fair enough. I'll try to see if I could post some practice also
Mr.
times on
Cabal?
number question.
Okay, that's my
I-
question.
I don't have any questions. Can I leave?
Thank you.
Yes. If you don't have any
Okay.
questions, you can leave. You already showed
Okay,
up,
thank
and I
you.
got you in attendance. Tali, what's up?
Okay. Basically, there's something with the homework.
Uh-huh.
I remember that like it was like a diamond, and each side there was a variable.
Yeah.
Like there was like x plus something or x times something, but on each side, I didn't know how to do that.
You're talking about the last homework you got?
Hmm.
Okay, so let's look at that. Not that one. So let's see. Diamond, so probably this section.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah, I think.
Okay.
Wait. Yeah, I know how to do that. It was not that. It was something else.
Okay, let me go back to the other page then. Let's look at this one.
No, it wasn't that one either.
I don't know. I don't know if there's another section with
It was something. It was
kites.
something that we had like 26. It was like 26 through 29 is one of our parts of our homework. Or
Oh,
something.
this one.
Yeah,
Okay.
that.
So let's look at it and put it into another link so we can see it clearly. So 20, this is not the right page. 26 to 29.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. How to do these?
Yeah.
All of them? Any particular ones?
All of them. I had no idea.
Okay, so I'm gonna do 26 and I'll leave 27 because it's the same as 26. But I'll do, actually, I guess I could do them all. They're all actually unique. All
Can I
right.
just ask a question real quick?
Yeah, if it's a quick one, sure.
Yeah. So you know how when you do like 14 gone and you have to figure out what the sum of the measure of the interior angles. Is there a way to do that on the calculator? Or you just have to do
I mean,
times
it's
180.
180 times n minus 2.
Right.
So there's no trick to it on the calculator. You just have to do the math.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
Bye.
Okay, so I drew this diamond. All right. Tali, can you just tell me if you see it?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, and I'll make this full screen. So let's do the outside parts first. First off, Tali, I'm just going to ask you this. What type of shape is this?
A rhombus.
Good. That's the most we could describe it as is a rhombus for sure. So because it's a rhombus, all the sides are equal, including this side and this side. So I know these two things are equal to each other. So I could do 3y equals y plus 8. From there, I just do some simple algebra. Minus y, 2y equals 8, divided by 2, divided by 2, y equals 4. So that's for y. And then the next one, somebody was in the waiting room, I must have missed them. And then the next one, I think is 140. Let me just look real carefully. Yeah, 104. 104 and x. Now, it's a rhombus, right? So what we know for a fact is that these two pieces should add up to what, Tali?
180.
180. So it's going to be x plus 104 equals 180. Subtract 104 on both sides. X equals 76. Okay? So that's for the first one. That's for 26, I believe. Okay? Let's go to another one. So next one is 27. What type of shape can we tell that is?
That's a rectangle.
Good. Tell me things you know about a rectangle, Dolly.
The opposite sides are congruent.
Good. So
Oh
how
wait,
do you set up the
I
first
think I
part?
remember how to do this. The 27. I remember how to do 27 now because you set them all equal to each other, right?
Yeah, you set the opposite equals to each other in particular.
Uh-huh.
Okay? Like you cannot do KJ to KL. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. So is it okay if I just go to 28 then?
Yeah.
Okay. So 28. What kind of shape is that?
A square.
Good. How do you know it's a square?
Because it's 4 sides.
Okay.
And
A rhombus and
equal.
a rectangle and a trapezoid has 4 sides. So a little bit more detail.
It's also all the sides are the same and they all have right angles. They're all perpendicular.
Well, I can see they're all the same, but I don't see anything that shows that they're all equal sides. So is there any other information you could tell?
They're all perpendicular.
They're all perpendicular. That's the way you know it's a, that's the way you know it has the quality of a rhombus. And then from there, you could work. So 3x plus 18, 5x. Is that 5x? Okay, and then it's 24. And then this piece is 10. Okay. So go back, whiteboard up. All right. So for this one, first off, they're pointing at these angles right here. So this angle right here should be matching this angle right here. So we could set those equal to each other. You could also call that alternate interior angles. So back to transversals in chapter 4.
I didn't do very well on that.
I know, but we move on. So 3x plus 18 equals 5x. Subtract 3x on both sides. 18 equals 2x divided by 2 divided by 2.
9.
X equals 9. Good. Next one. Because I know this is perpendicular. Oh, actually, I should say that. Because I know it's a parallelogram. Then I know this piece and this piece is being bisected. So I know they're supposed to be equal to each other.
Right.
Yeah, so then we just do 2y equals 10.
5.
So y equals 5. Good.
And then the last one is going to just be the same thing as the first one because it's also a rhombus.
Good. So what would you match with 5x minus 6?
The bottom one.
So what's the bottom one? Just read it out.
4x plus 7.
Good, because they're opposite angles. And what do you match 2y plus 1?
Y plus 3.
Y plus 3. This, and what shape can you tell this is?
A rhombus.
No, they don't have all 4
Oh.
sides equal.
Wait, I thought it was a rhombus then.
No, all 4
Oh,
sides
wait, it's a
have to be.
rectangle.
No, these are
Right?
not right
No.
angles.
A parallelogram.
That's it. Yeah.
No.
So all we could describe it is a parallelogram.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Any more help?
Nah, that's all. Thank you.
No problem. See you around.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, I hope this helps, this little video. I'll do some more work and try to do some practice problems from each piece of the packet. This has got to do a lot of things, so it'll take a little bit of time to get that, okay? If I sent you any private comments about missing work, try to get that in. I'm putting in grades today, so you got to hurry on that. All right, have a wonderful day, guys.